Hello, everyone. Happy 2015. We're a couple weeks in now. We're here with Socially Awkward episode 9. Brewster Stanislaw, co-founder and CEO of Inside Social. I'm Joey Cotkins, co-founder and CMO. We're going to review some of the digital stats for the holiday season, talk about why we think some things went down as they did, and then talk a little bit about what we expect to see in 2015. We'll try to get it done in a quick 5 minutes. So let's just go ahead and get it started right now. So first of all, we saw that there was a 14 to 16% increase in digital sales versus 2013 in the holiday season. I think you said it was going to be 10 to 12, so even topped your somewhat bold predictions. What do you think accounts for this?
So in fairness, my math was a little off, because if you actually take my numerical projection, it would have been like 18% growth.
Okay.
So I just was just bad at math. But why do I think that we saw such strong growth? I mean, it's kind of the same reasons that we predicted. I think you're seeing a consumer who's shopping for a longer period in the holidays. You're also seeing a consumer who's more and more going digital, realizing that they can get fulfillment, they can get same-day shipping, they can get all of the things that they want in going to the store, but they can do it with a much greater convenience.
Yeah, absolutely. To me, it's just the questions of convenience are just eliminated at this point now. I mean, with free shipping almost being like a standard at this point, I mean, all the reasons that you would want to go to a store, maybe the tactile response, maybe to feel things, maybe to try things on, but obviously shopping in the holidays is often for other people. So I don't know, just more and more eliminated those questions that you usually had.
I think the other key part there is returns, right? And that's what you continue to see. And you just see more and more people getting comfortable transacting online. I think there was initially, and even with mobile, right, there's sort of this fear of, can I really put my credit card on my phone and then send that? And is that okay?
Yeah.
And I think, consumers are starting to realize, even with all of the security breach things that have happened, you're still seeing people go there.
Yeah. All right, well, moving on. So we said mobile was going to be huge. Obviously it was. 40% of holiday traffic was from mobile, up from 30% in 2013. Why do we think this happened?
So, I mean, I think we nailed that prediction, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think we were spot on there. And, I mean, you're seeing much more attention put into mobile UI for every e-commerce company. They're focusing a lot on building experiences that work for transacting on mobile. It's, you're seeing responsive design. It's not the desktop site that's hard to navigate anymore. Mm-hmm. And of course, I mean, consumers every day are increasingly more and more mobile, right? We're using our phones wherever we can all of the time. And that's becoming a place where people are perfectly comfortable transacting. And what's interesting, though, is that the pace at which people have adopted mobile commerce is much higher than the pace at which they adopted regular digital commerce on the desktop. So you start to think about what happens with wearables, and who knows?
Yeah. Jumping ahead a little bit, we're going to talk about mobile commerce in a second, but I also think it's kind of silly, but just phones being big, the form factor is huge. I mean, it makes it really easy just to consume. It used to be, if you think about the original smartphone, like their BlackBerry experience, the screen was half the size of the phone, and now it's the entire phone, and they're bigger, absolutely, as well. So we jumped ahead a little bit to mobile sales. 23% of holiday digital sales were in mobile. Obviously, it's a huge number. I think conversion rates were also very high. What are your thoughts on why this went down?
So, I mean, much of what I spoke about before, I mean, again, like conversion rates are higher because just better laid out for mobile.
Yeah.
It's just better design.
Yeah, and the sort of the thing of the past of just mobile sites being annoying. We're pretty much entirely mobile optimized at this point. So it may not be the entire full desktop experience, but you're being guided to the purchase just really well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to say that we're fully mobile optimized. I mean, I still think there's a lot of work to be done there, and I still think like the growth will come. And I think sooner or later you actually may see mobile conversion rates look better than desktop, because that may end up being the preferred channel that a consumer really wants to transact on. And so when the design and the focus and the years of iteration, and multivariate testing against every different mobile layout starts to come across, that's going to improve.
Yeah. One question I have for you is, one of the biggest challengers for digital marketers is tracking the path to purchase. People jump from mobile to desktop to their tablet and all around. With the increase of mobile purchasing, does that get lessened a little bit, or are people still going to be jumping around a lot? Was it because mobile checkout was so tough, so they'd go purchase on desktop, and you kind of lost the path there, or do you think that it's still going to be a challenge?
That's a really interesting question, and I think it will be a challenge, but the thing is that as people continue to use mobile more and more as their predominant device, and you hear people talk about the death of the desktop, right, or the death of the notebook, and if that actually does come to fruition, the cross-device problem in many ways sort of goes away, right, because you're just sort of on your mobile phone. And you talked a little about the growth of the literal screen, right?
Yeah.
And so you think about phablets where, well, I don't need a mobile phone and a tablet. This is sort of one device that does everything for me. And I think that's what will happen. And the other thing you're going to see more of is devices linked. And the same thing again with wearables, right? Like you have the watch, it's linked to that same presence on your phone. It's linked to wherever. And so I think devices will more and more look like one device over time.
Cool. So that's going to wrap up our 2014 analysis. Looking ahead to 2015, let's hear a prediction or a thought about what we're going to see.
So I'll cheat and I'll use two.
Okay.
My first, and I keep saying wearables over again, so I'm going to just hit that again. I mean, you were just at CES and you gave us the sort of the breakdown on everything you saw there. I think it's a market that's already got too much going on in it.
Yeah.
But what I do think you'll see relevant to social and digital is I think you'll see the first killer app in social for wearables launch sometime this year. And I don't think it'll be a mainstream hit as of yet, but I think you will see that app launch, an app that is fundamentally social, built on top of wearables. I think the platforms are where they need to be, and I think that will happen. And my second prediction is that Yik Yak will be the most talked about social channel of the year, at least in an emerging way. I mean, no one's going to be more than Facebook, right? But as far as emerging platforms, I think you'll look at Yik Yak as this year's Snapchat.
Yeah. I'm with you. All right, and one prediction from me. So according to the Internet Retailer Social Media 500, social commerce sales in 2014 were up 26%, reaching 3.3 billion compared to 2.62 billion in 2013. I think that growth is going to accelerate for many of the reasons we already talked about. I think just the experience from social to the mobile side and purchasing just gets easier and easier because so much of social consumption is on your phone. Like that process is just seamless. So we're going to see like 30 to 35% increase even on top of what we saw in 2014. All right.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. So again, happy 2015, everyone. Should be an exciting year, and you'll see more from us soon.
And I got to give one shout out to our viewers because they listened to my Christmas wishes and my holiday wishes, and asking what did I really hope to get for Christmas, and I said something from Frozen, and our loyal viewers, one of which is my mom, was nice enough to get me an Elsa hood ornament. So I'm feeling really great here in January.
All right, 2014 wishes coming true. Have a good 2015, everyone.